it's gonna work. Alright, shalom, shalom. The camera started rolling a bit earlier than I thought it would. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna get my charger and my garment. Yeah, cause when you do live streams on your phone, it takes the battery quite quickly, and the last thing I want is for this camera or this mobile phone to cut out on me whilst I'm in the middle of a video. So just bear with me 1 second. See how that goes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I wanna this camera, man. In fact, let me close the window. So, some air in there. All right. So yeah, man. So lucky about that. I want to start off by giving all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you sincere brothers, Akim and Aqua, the sincere ones out there. Because we almost out of this place, man. So as you can see from the title, the unbelieving wife, the unbelieving husband. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 is where it's at. In fact, let me get nothing like the good old hard copy, eh? 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And this is a topic that it's dealing with salvation basically, and a lot of you, if not all of you, find yourself in this situation, man. You know, be it that you've got a husband or you've got a wife, and salvation is at hand. So obviously this is a topic for you individuals out there that you would want to have some clarity about if you already don't have that clarity. So through the Spirit, Lord willing, Yahweh Tazah, you'll be able to go into it. So this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and it says this from verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. So this is, and we're going to go for it, I'm going to stop and speak on certain things. So this is the book of Corinthians, obviously. So Paul was writing to the Corinthians, okay, at the church in Corinth. They were probably the biggest church at the time, okay. And he wrote to them in epistles, so letters, which are now the scriptures that we're reading from, And guess what? Paul's back here, man. Okay, going into the same epistles that he wrote, speaking onto the same church. And now we don't write through epistles, but we come to you in the epistles of YouTube. First and foremost, we have the highway and byway teaching, okay, in the chief places of concourse, and then we have the uh, the modern day epistles, which are the videos. This is epistle right now, you know, out there to the church, the congregation, the people, okay, the men of Israel, and to the sisters out there that believe in this thing also. But we're gonna get into that anyway, okay? Because you sisters that believe, bottom line is this, man. If you believe, um, your biggest your biggest concern needs to be finding a man of the Lord, man. You know, but the Lord will provide. So, yeah. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. So when you come in, because you see, in this day and age, man, there's no concept of what marriage really is, man. Okay, first of all, that whole dating process. Oh yeah, date. You know, I've heard people that I used to go to school with years and years ago talking about how their mum told them date as many men as you need to, and then when you find the right one, then you settle down. And you know, I said to myself, man, that this is what the so-called Israelite woman is teaching her daughter, man. You know, and that's the spirit, because Apostle Tahar just put up a video which I need to go and watch soon after. And from the title, I already know where it's going, man. You know, but the title of that video that the Apostle put up was Babylon has fucked up the mind of the Israelite woman, and that's true, man. You know, or title to those was those effect, man. You know, so like if I didn't get the title correct, but it's true, because for you to have a big grown ass Israelite woman from Benjamin telling her daughter, okay, date as many men as you need to, and then when you find the right one, settle down, and the daughter's running around in college saying that proudly, that shows the Israelite woman's fucked up, man. You know, it's madness, man. That's bloody madness. And with the whole dating thing, it's not like you just talk to them, get to know them, go to the cinema, go for a meal and go home. No, even it's not like that anymore, man. Dating is now a thing whereby whereby people basically you go to the cinema, you do whatever, and it always wind up in sex, man. You know. So imagine the first date the Israelite girl goes on, or young woman goes on, and she gets popped. That man, according to the scripture, is now her husband because she was a virgin. But then she fall out with him. A couple months or years later, she get another man. She get another man, and before you know it, she on a body count of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Some of these hoes out here on 30 plus, man. You know, and the scripture says that a woman's only made to receive one man's DNA. One man's rod is only meant to go up her, man. You know? It's madness. This is just madness, man. And then after, nowadays, man, you gonna have a fucking 48-year-old woman and a most times younger these days, but back in the day it used to be a bit older, 55-year-old man, alright, talking about, yeah, I'm ready to get married, alright. I'm just talking from experience, man, because I'm Benjamin, man, okay. Even happens in Judah, because Judah tried to hide like they don't move like that. You Judas, man, you're fucking worse in some situations, man. You know. But the concept applies for all tribes, man. Here you have a 48-year-old and a 55-year-old man, and then they say, ah, yeah, come to the wedding, cause auntie so and so is getting married again, or auntie so and so is finally getting married, all right, and he got 5 children already from another marriage, which ain't technically ain't wrong, but then she got children by 5 other different men, and all her children from the other relationships and other men are there, and then his children are there, and there's Benjamin loved that, oh, my side of the family and his side of the family, and then you all get together, and it's a whole party, man, or a whole party, these weddings, man. I'm talking from experience, man. As in, I've seen it happen. Nowadays, I don't go to that, okay? But from experience, from back in the day, that's how it goes, man. You know. So the scripture says, "Let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband," man. You know. So so that the whole concept of exclusivity, if that's the word, was there, man. That look, a man had a woman, and it was known like that's my woman, man. You know. And to prevent any kind of nonsense going on, that woman didn't go out too tough. And when she did, she was with her man, and she dressed correctly. She dressed appropriately. But nowadays, it's not so. Okay. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife. Okay. So really and truly, man, is what that's the word woman means servant, man. So really, the woman belongs to the man. But what it's saying is that if you're in a marriage, then that man he can't fuck around, man. He got to provide, man, and he himself belongs to the woman, like she belongs to him. Because nowadays, people, first of all, like I said, you got to clarify what marriage is, man. You know, okay, but people be getting married and then not fulfill their duty in the marriage. I'm talking about you men. Yeah, we get onto women, but men as well, man. Some of them don't fulfill the duties of marriage, man. Okay, but do you not know that you're accountable, basically? The scripture's saying to your wife that you have to provide for her, you know. And a lot of you guys, man, that don't look after your families, you go out there and make families and don't look after them. You couldn't do that in the ancient world, because in the ancient world you had to consult the girl's father, and if the father saw that you were a lazy motherfucker or that you're not a man in your word, best believe you weren't getting his daughter, man. Okay, shit, you wouldn't even get to the age of marriage, because if you were a lazy motherfucker, your ass would be put to death, and that's in the law. So you'd be lucky if you're a lazy motherfucker and made it to the age of marriage. Okay, cause laziness is dirty, man. All right, that's the best way I can put it. Laziness is a filthy thing, man. Okay, you don't want to touch laziness, man. You want to be a bum, man. Okay, cause people like to say, "Oh, you men are GMS, you bums." Okay, but we the hardest working people out here. In the truth, and in society, man. You know, brothers got jobs, brothers work jobs, brothers got families. Defraud ye not one the other. I'm in verse 5. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your uh, incontinency. Let me get that right. Incontinency. Salakia, it was broken up, so I had to say both parts. Salakia. Okay, so what that's talking about is the food you not yourselves, man. You know. Now that's basically talking about, man. Look, if don't deprive each other of that intercourse, man, of sex. Now the way a man's built up, a man ain't going. You know, if a man, if a woman has to be complaining that she ain't getting it often enough, then there's probably a problem with the man. You know, but more time that's toward the women, man. Now, if you want to separate yourself for a period of fasting and prayer for whatever reason, then yeah, you can abstain from sex, you know. But Paul's breaking it down, man, real basic for them. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment, alright? For I would that all men were even as I myself, but every man hath his proper gifts of the Most High, one after this manner, and another after that. So Paul is saying, listen, man, he's saying this through spiritual discernment, through spiritual advice, man. But it's not law. okay? Because Paul didn't need a woman, man. And I did a video on that the other day. Paul didn't need a woman. That's the spirit that was on him. But for other brothers, for most brothers, I'll say, you need a woman, man. You know? And it's alright to have a woman, okay? But the times we're going into, some brothers won't be able to handle a woman because that woman will prove to be a distraction for him, man. Possibly costing him losing out on salvation. So Paul's saying, listen, basically, if the woman, if you can't handle it, then don't have a woman in the last days, man. But if you can have a woman and keep focused, then do your thing, man. You know. Now I wanna, um, uh, yeah, here it is. I'm gonna go to verse 8, which is the next verse. I say therefore unto the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot, certain let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. Alright, now we all know what that burning is talking about. But if you don't, you know, if you aren't, you're not well versed with these scriptures and you're watching this, basically what that means is you're sexually frustrated. Okay? It's better to be married so you can fulfill that sexual frustration rather than burn and commit adultery with your eyes, perhaps. Because Yahushua said that, man. They said that back in the day, if you commit adultery, if you lay with another man's wife or whatever, that's adultery. But I say if you look at a woman to lust after her, you've already committed adultery with her in your heart, okay? In your mind. So pretty much, you know, to prevent all of these other sins, like adultery, then just marry, man, you know? So you can be satisfied by your husband or satisfied by your wife. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than burn. And unto the married I commend, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. Okay. So pretty much, basically saying don't leave your partner, and if you do, you can get back together. Okay. If it works out that way, you can get back together, basically. Alright. But to the rest I speak not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Okay, so that applies to the majority of brothers in this truth that have wives. Okay, because first and foremost, we gotta make this clear: no woman fully believes, man. All right, or no, okay, no women believe. Some women do believe. Yes, that's true, but no woman in herself has the full capacity to have 100% faith. Why? Because she's not built like that. Simple as. Okay, a woman can believe only. A woman can believe so only so far, man. I'll say maybe 30 or 40% of the way out of this 100% truth. Her faith level might reach 30%, 40 pushing it, 45 at best. You ain't topping that, you know. But what's gonna make up the rest of the remaining percentage? Her husband being with him. Okay. Can no woman go on? We heading up into the winter time. Apostle Gabar just got a video saying winterize. Prepare, basically change and adapt. Rise, shift and above, change and adapt for the winter time, so you can still be out there pushing the word effectively. Okay, in all aspects of the topic. You ain't gonna have no woman out there in the highways and byways in the snow, rain, or the cold, man. You know? Hey, and don't be offended that, this ain't gospel, man. I'm just giving a rough estimate. But for you, because a lot of men be offended by stuff that concern women as well. But don't be offended, both men and women, don't be offended at what I just said about the percentage. It's just the truth, man. Okay? And for you women out there, be happy that you can believe to a certain extent. And if I put it in a quantitative manner, which means numerical manner, I said 30% good, 40%, 45% at best. Alright? Like that's as far as your faith level can really go as a woman, man. Okay? Because really and truly your faith should be in your man. But as for being in this truth, you can only reach around 45% at best, man. Tip top shape. And that's not being rude, that's not being mean, that's not being, whatever you want to call it, man. It's just the truth. And you're made that way. So if you reach 45%, you're really doing a real good job, man. Okay? And that 45% consists of what a woman is meant to do. Serve her husband, have faith, and keep order, man. So basically, man, if a brother has a wife or a woman that doesn't believe in the truth, then that's alright. You can still dwell with it. You can still live together. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. So this is the rare case where a woman believes, but the man don't believe. That means that woman's faith would already have to be on 45%. Now, don't take it as gospel saying, oh, Jerome said women are on 45% faith. No, I'm just saying that so we can understand. Yeah, quantitatively, numerically, so we get a gist, an idea. It's not truth. It's not. It's not written truth. It's just an idea explaining the deeper truth of the matter. Okay, about faith and genders. But yeah, man, you know that means if a woman believes and the husband don't believe, that guy he gotta be on 0% faith. For you to be a man and don't believe, you're an Israelite man, you don't believe, but your wife believe, you must be on flipping -10, man. I'm joking. Maybe 0%. Well, it is 0% because the scripture says he don't believe, but the woman believes. So that woman's gotta be at top of her end, you know. And it's not that the man can be saved by the woman. The woman would have to say, "Oh, babes, or darling, you know about this thing. Oh, maybe you should go to the guys that teach this, and they can teach you." Then he believes. Then through his new belief, she'll be saved. But nonetheless, she believed before him, because the woman has to be saved through the man. So to you women that out there that believe, but your husband don't believe, tell him about this truth, man. And if he don't believe, even after you tell him, then he gonna be the reason you don't make it, basically. So you basically gotta leave his ass, man, and the Lord gonna provide. And we're under grace, man. We're under grace. That's a point it's timely to bring that out. We are under grace. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Also with your children unclean, but now are holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such case, but the Most High hath called us unto peace. Okay? So pretty much, man, that's what I wanted to get into. You can read the rest of the chapter; it's quite good. But a lot of people out there, especially women, man, who are in relationships, they don't know. Some of you might not know, man. So that's just clearing it up, man. It's alright to dwell with a partner, husband or wife, who does not believe. Okay, but it's your duty as the believing party, be it husband or be it wife, to tell them about it, man. And then, Lord willing, they'll come round to this thing, man. Yeah, that's why for the brothers, in GMS, because talk for what we stand for, man. We may tell our women, yeah, you're an Israelite, and the scriptures also say, let the women ask at home. If they must speak, let them ask their husband at home. That's what the scripture says, man. So, yeah, we tell our women, yeah, you Israelites, you know, tell them the name of the Lord, maybe, and the name of the the name of the Son of the Lord, you know. Yeah, the Most High's name is Yahweh. The Most High, the Most High's son name is Yahweh Shai. You an Israelite. You from one of the 12 tribes. Let's just say you from the tribe of Ephraim. Okay, you know. Cover your hair when you're out. Wear a dress modestly. That's what we will probably tell our women, man. Then that's it. But if they have more questions, then we answer their questions according to the scriptures, man, and deal with them because they are a wife. Okay, but we're not all about making sure your woman on the same level as you, because that's not possible, man. And if a guy tried to do that, that shows you he's a low level guy in the truth. Okay, you know, like when you first come into this, you want all your friends and Uncle Tommy to to be in the truth, man. That's because, hey, and that's the spirit, man. Because I was thinking to make this a lesson, but I'm gonna say it now. You know, when you come into this thing, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. Okay, it's like how can I say it? It's like you're at a checkout, right? And there's a long line, but for this line, you have to be called into the line, and then one by one you go to the checkout front of the line, then you speak to the cashier. All right, that's how it is in the truth, man. When you first come in, the first 6 months, maybe the first year, okay, if it's taking longer than a year, then there's a problem with you, okay, but maybe the first 6 months to a year, it's like the Lord calls you in line, so you're now in line, but you're not at the front speaking to the person on the desk, which is the Lord. When you get to the front of the line and you're actually speaking to the cashier, that's when the Lord is dealing with you, because you're having a conversation, you're into it now. But just because you're in the line don't mean you're talking to the guy at the front, which is the Lord, the head man, you know. So when you come into this thing, yeah, it's a blessing. Be grateful that the Lord, and be thankful that the Lord even put your ass in a line, man, to queue up, so to speak. But for the first 6 months, first year, the Lord ain't dealing with you, right? You just called. It's a waited to be seen if you're actually chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen, as the scripture says, man. Okay. So after a year and a half, 2 years, and you start hitting, the Lord start giving you that heat. That's when you can say, "Ah, cool, the Lord's dealing with me." If you come out on the other side, man. But many of guys came into this thing, all right. They stood in the queue. They finally got to the front of the queue, speaking to the Lord as the cashier in the example, and the Lord gave them some heat. They couldn't handle it. So guess what, man? You get kicked out. You were never a man of the Lord, man. You might have been cold, but it doesn't mean you're chosen. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, if you're the type of guy that wants to tell everybody and Aunt Betsy about this truth, it's most likely you've just been called, man. You ain't really in the truth. You're not seasoned. You don't understand this thing fully. You're just a parrot, as the apostles say. But then, as you mature, you start to realize, shit, he don't deserve the truth. He don't need to know the truth. Knew the truth. He ain't gonna get the truth. This truth is only about telling it to the brothers, man. You know. But I've been speaking for a while. But we got into the main verses that I needed to in First Corinthians chapter 7, talking about the unbelieving husband and the unbelieving wife. And for the people out there that it concerns, I hope I shed some more light on it. With that, it's Prophet Ramya. I'll give all praises to the Most High. Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakakadash Brakate Yahweh Brakate Yahshai Kahalai Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakakadash. And with that, I'll say Shalom.